Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about when does God reveal the prodigal's purpose. So prodigal purpose will be revealed as prodigals begin to seek after the Lord. Okay, when prodigals begin to desire, a better life, when prodigals begin to open up their Bible and start reading it, doing things of this nature, this is when God will begin to reveal to your prodigal spouse his or her purpose for their life. Okay. Jeremiah 29:11. It say, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." So this is God saying, I know the purpose and plan that I have for your prodigal spouse. In God's plans for your prodigal spouse, He has plans to prosper them. He has plans to give them a hope and a future. However, the key is your prodigal must begin to draw closer to the Lord. Your prodigal, in order for God to reveal to your prodigal what their purpose is, they got to get back in covenant with God. Okay. And then they got to begin to seek the kingdom of God. It tells us in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. It say, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Why is it that God is requiring for, his children to seek the kingdom of God before these things be added to them? The reason why God is requiring for us to seek the kingdom of God, the reason why God is requiring for prodigals to seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then he would add, the thing, one of the things would be purpose, right? Then he would reveal purpose to them because it goes right back to Jeremiah 29:11. God said he has plans to prosper you, plans to give you a hope and a future, right? In order for God to prosper your prodigal, there's some things God got to work out within your prodigal. Okay. Your prodigal has a calling on his or her life. Okay. And so when they begin to seek after the kingdom of God, when they begin to seek God, it is God who's going to give them the things they need to help to fulfill the calling that's on their life. So that cold heart your prodigal currently have right now, as they begin to seek after the kingdom of God, it is God who's going to purge all of that hurt and pain, okay, out of their heart and give them a heart for the people who they are called to serve. As prodigals begin to seek the kingdom of God, right? And his righteousness, it is God who's going to grow your prodigal in character, because character is the very thing prodigal needs in order to step into their purpose. Okay. As your prodigal begin to seek after God and his righteousness, right? It is God who's going to grow them in their gifts, right? He's going to make them aware, if they're not already aware of, their spiritual gifts that are already on the inside of them, and then he's going to grow those gifts in them. He's going to develop those gifts in them, and for some of them they're going to get new gifts. Okay, he's going to add to the current gift that they have, right? So this is why God is requiring for his children. He's like, seek me, seek the kingdom of God, and his righteousness, then everything your heart desire will be added to you, because God already know what we need in order to fulfill the calling that's on our life. He know, if you're called to teach, he got to grow that teaching gift in you. If you called to be a prophet, he got to grow, you in the gift of prophecy, right? If you're called to be a pastor, he got to equip you, okay, to be able to handle that calling. And this is why he's requiring for, not only prodigal but us, his children, to seek the kingdom of God, because God knows exactly what we need. It is God who's going to give us these things, right? It is God who's going to, you know, give us the spirit of patience. He's going to give us, a spirit of love, right? We're going to need love when we walk in our calling, right? We're going to need these things, okay? So understand, prodigal's purpose is revealed as your prodigal begin to seek after God, as they begin to, seek his kingdom and his righteousness, right? And they're not even going to know it when, as God is adding these things to them. They're not going to know, the reason why God moved your prodigal into a level of healing or grew them in character or purge that hurt and pain out of their heart. They're not even going to see the bigger picture of what God is doing. The reason why God is doing all these things is because of the calling that's on their life, right? So it's like God is just going to lead them into it, right? But first, the first thing God is going to do, and He's going to begin to, restore them, do a new thing in your prodigal before He bring them into their purpose and calling that's on their life. Okay. So with that, I am Taquila Coleman. Listen, make sure you join me this Thursday for our God ordained Bible study because it is on purpose. So I'm going to go deeper into this conversation. All right. So make sure you're joining me this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube for our God ordained Bible study. With that, I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.